Here we have it, 18 grams of protein for 1 cup oat milk coffee.
After I'm done eating this, I have 1,370 calories left. Our spinach, tofu, onion, a mix of jasmine rice. We have
Good morning everyone, my name is Lucky Sigwai, founder of Fit Vegan Coaching. Today I'm going to be bringing you through a full day of eating. It is currently 8:30 a.m. I've been doing some deep work for the past 2.5 hours. Now it's time for breakfast. So I usually have this typically almost every morning. It's a bowl of sprouted oats. So these are the oats that I've been using right here. The reason I use them is because for 1/3 of a cup, it is, I don't know if you can see, but it's 6 grams of protein, which means that it's 18 grams of protein for 1 cup of oats, which is pretty darn amazing. It's the best ratio I've ever seen on the market. We're also gonna add some sun-dried raisins, some mixed berries on there, and some powdered peanut butter and cacao. So that stuff tastes delicious. So I'll put all that together and then I'll check in with you once it's ready, and I'll share with you the macros as well. All right, awesome. Here we have it, our delicious breakfast. So one thing I want to preface is right now I'm lean bulking, so I'm eating 3,600 calories per day. And my protein goal, I think, is around 125 grams of protein per day in order to lean bulk. Yes, that's right. You don't need a ton of protein to build lean muscle, just 1.2 grams per kg of body weight. So the macros for this breakfast, again, I'm not necessarily a macro fan. I usually track just calories and protein because you can see amazing results from that. But for this bowl, it's 26 grams of protein, 9.8 grams of fat, and 115 grams of carbs. So around 640 calories. For this breakfast, it's gonna be the first meal of many, but for now, I'm going to eat this, keep working, and I'll check in with you guys for meal number 2. All right, actually, I still got the glass on. We're now a few hours later, and then we're gonna be having our oat milk coffee with some oat milk in it. Found this great oat milk, it's called Susie's Oats. It's literally just water and oats. It's a lot better than all the other ones that have a list of 10 different ingredients. So this whole thing is 100 calories for the whole cup. All right, that's the beauty of lean bulking, being able to eat more calories. You don't care as much as what you're putting into your drink. But if you're cutting out, these little things add up over time, so you want to be careful for them. So drinking the coffee, reason why I'm drinking it so late, because it's currently 10:20. I like to wait a few hours after I wake up in order to have caffeine, just to wait for my cortisol levels to regulate themselves properly, because you don't want to drink caffeine the first thing in the morning. You want to allow your body to wake up and then have some caffeine. So we're gonna drink this, and then I'll check in with you for my pre-workout meal, because I'm gonna be training in about 2 hours. All right, I'm realizing that the background hasn't really changed over the past few clips, but now I'm done my calls. I should say I feel really blessed to do what I do, helping people get lean and thrive on a plant-based lifestyle. I just had calls with people from France, Germany, Saudi Arabia. It's really cool to be growing the Fit Vegan community. Now it is pre-workout time. Obviously, because I was on all these calls, I didn't have time to eat. So my pre-workout's gonna be very simple this time. It's going to be an apple and a little bit of branched chain amino acid. We're gonna eat this and then hit the gym. We have a cardio, which is gonna consist of sprints, skipping ropes, and basically just strengthening my calves, because I'm trying to be able to run a half marathon on minimalist shoes. So I have to train my calves and the little tiny muscles in my feet to be able to handle the pounding for that long. So we're gonna do that training, and I will check in with you for the post-workout meal, which is going to be a lot bigger because I'm really hungry right now. All right, just completed today's run workout. And what I was talking about by minimalist shoes, if you didn't see my previous video, I'm talking about the 5 grams right here. So now, before we make our post-workout meal, we're gonna have 2 mandarins, just because I wanna have some quick acting carbs after my workout, and there's nothing better than a nice juicy orange after a hard training session. And then after this, after I have that, we're gonna be building our Buddha bowl. So we have our spinach, tofu, onion, tomatoes, we got some jasmine rice, and we have I believe it's little peanut sauce for the bowl, but I'll check in with you once it's fully assembled. All right, so the post-workout meal is ready. So we got a bed of spinach. We got 2 cups of jasmine right over it.
cherry tomatoes, some red onion, and about like 45 grams of tofu. And then I didn't add the sauce on top because it was not gonna look nice. So we got some sauce over it. So this meal comes down to 820 calories, 40 grams of protein, 22 grams of fat, and 118 grams of carbs, which for the total of the day, so far 1,695 calories, and I still have 1,900 calories to go. So I'm gonna eat this, and then we have to leave later on for some treatments. I'll probably make a quick snack before we leave, and it's gonna be a bigger dinner tonight. Normally I like to have a lot more food load up at the beginning of the day so I don't have as much to eat as much food later on during the night. But yeah, we're gonna eat this and I'll check in with you when it comes down to meal number 3.
Alright guys, now it is evening time. We're just about to leave for Jan's cancer treatment. So I'm going to be bringing a quick snack because I still have a lot of calories to eat. So I have, I'm actually going to do 4 slices of toast. I did some PB&Me, so basically powdered peanut butter that's lower in fat. I'm going to be adding some raisins and putting it all together. So I'll show you guys the macros on the screen in the next step.
Alright guys, we're in the car at my fiance's one of her cancer treatments. Normally what I do is I just wait in the car, do some work, take some calls. But like I mentioned, I had my toast and some 2 oranges. So the macros for that whole snack, 535 calories, 12 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, 102 grams of carbs. As you can see, my meals are really high in calories because I have to eat so much on a day-to-day basis. Honestly, I would rather have to eat 2,000 calories a day than to eat 3,600 because it's just so much food to eat. So after I'm done eating this, I have 1,370 calories left, 50 grams of protein. And today I'm not going to be using any protein powder because I want to show you guys that you can easily hit your protein requirements without protein powder. Yes, they make a smoothie taste better, but you don't need them to hit your protein. So I'm gonna eat this, take some more calls, wait for her. We have for maybe another 2 hours, and then once we head home, we'll prepare the last meal of the day.
All right, we are back home later on in the evening. My fiance's done all her treatments. Now it's time for our dinner, which because of my miscalculation earlier in the day, it's gonna be a bigger one. So here's what we're gonna have. Very similar to what I had for lunch. So under this, we have 2 cups of jasmine rice. We have a mixture of 1.5 cups of lentils with 20 grams of tofu. We have a mixed spring green, some cherry tomatoes, some red onion, and some peanut sauce. Looking absolutely delicious. And now I also want to show what I like to have as a treat. Not necessarily every day, but I want to show the rule of 90-10. So meaning 90% of the day you're eating clean and eating whole foods, and the other 10% you can include foods that you enjoy a little bit more, right? So if I'm eating 3,600 calories per day, and we're grabbing 10% of that, that's 360 calories. I know I'm amazing at math. So I have this bag of chips called Spokes. I don't know if they have it in the States, but it's 320 calories for the whole bag. They're just air puffed, they're barbecue, they taste absolutely delicious. So 320 calories for the whole bag, which puts me under 10% of my daily intake from something that's a little bit more process, right? Obviously I don't do that on a daily basis, but I thought it was perfect for this video that I would get the bag, and on top of that they're my favorite, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to grab them. All right, but that's what you want to do. When we say 10% of your calorie intake can be foods that you enjoy a little bit more, make sure it's actually 10% and not 40-50%. A lot of the processed food is a lot higher in calories. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat our dinner. This whole thing actually is 977 calories, 54 grams of protein, 21 grams of fat, 144 grams of carbs, and then with the puffs, it wraps up our day at 3,526 calories, 140 grams of protein, 588 grams of carbs, 71 grams of fiber, and 77 grams of fat. All right, so as you can see, hit 140 grams of protein easily. I didn't have any protein powder, had a little bit of tofu, had some lentils, had some rice, had some veggies, have some of the oats, some of the bread. If you're really careful with the bread that you eat and you pick sprouted bread, it could have 6 grams of protein per slice. The oatmeal I was eating this morning, they make a bread that is 6 grams of protein per slice. So if you have those 4 slices of bread I had earlier, that would have been 24 grams of protein. just with the bread. All right, so that's gonna wrap up today's full day of eating. I want to say thank you for watching. If ever you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section below, or you can send me a private message on Instagram. This is more a realistic day in the life of eating, right? It's not all pretty Buddha bowls all day long. It's not how vegans eat all the time. A lot of the time we're making Buddha bowls, we're making sautés, we're keeping it really simple with smoothies and oatmeal bowls. It's not always gonna be super fancy. Yes, from time to time it's great, but it takes you hours to prepare every day when you can have a delicious, healthy meal. That took me like 10 minutes to prepare because the rice was already ready, the lentils were already ready, just heat it up, put it together. You need to keep it simple, right? You need to set yourself up for success. So guys, thank you for watching. If you wanna watch more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. If there's a lot of people that want to, then I'll be filming more. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be posting some more amazing content, and have an amazing day.